All right, we've got a new acetate model from our friends at Masunaga Eyewear, and this piece features some new design elements from the brand that we're going to talk about in today's video. Don't go anywhere. How's everybody doing? I am your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson. Thank you so much for being here. You have landed on the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. I love to talk about my favorite independent eyewear designers, cool things you can do with transitions lenses, especially when it comes to adding custom tints to those lenses. So if you want to see more content like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right, now let's get into it. Today we're talking about a brand new piece from Masunaga Eyewear. Masunaga The Brand, over 100-year-old Japanese company, and they manufacture everything in their factory in Fukui, Japan, from A to Z. And they just produce some of the highest quality eyewear in the world that's well recognized. If you ask people, opticians and other people in the industry, what they think of the quality of Masunaga, it's very well understood that they are just some of the best at eyewear manufacturing and quality. And so today we're talking about a new piece from Masunaga. We're talking about model 105. And I'm going to talk about the design a little bit first, because as I mentioned in my intro, this piece features some new design elements from Masunaga that I just really appreciate. What they've done is, first of all, I might start with just some of the basics. So we're talking about this design. This is it's a rounded shape. It's not round. It's not a technical P3 shape, but it's sort of a P3 shape, and it's very flattering on the face. It has a keyhole bridge, which for a lot of bridges, because of the sculpting right here, this little bit of projection on the acetate, you combine that with a keyhole bridge. It's quite comfortable on the bridge of the nose. Just kind of my first impression from putting it on. I don't feel anything sticky or awkward on the skin of the nose. And bridge fit's important. That's one of the most complicated. Tom Davies one time said, designing the bridge fit of the frame is one of the most complicated things in eyewear design, because noses are just incredibly complicated objects. So I always think about the bridge fit when I'm trying on a new piece. And I like the bridge fit. It feels comfortable. I like the structure of the bridge. I like the hinges. This is a 5-barrel gold titanium hinge on this model. And one of the other things about this design that stood out to me when I first looked at it is you'll notice these gold pins right up front. There's one right there and one right there. And then there's also one on the temple arm on the side and on that side right there. And there's actually more than just cosmetic purpose to those pins. Those pins, I'll hold it up here to see if it's visible. This is translucent right here, so it might be visible. You can see, if you look carefully, that pin actually goes through and it attaches to the hinge on the back here. And it's actually more than just a pin. I haven't tried to remove it yet, but there's actually the pin head is a hex shape, and I believe that's a hex head screw that goes through the acetate, attaches to the hinge on the back, that kind of helps anchor it into place. Now, I've talked to Masunaga about this. It's not the only thing anchoring it into place. So if that came out, the whole thing shouldn't just fall out on you, because you can see there's actually another pin that is partially implanted into the acetate right next to that little screw hex head there. So it's anchored in a couple of different ways. You also have this pin on the side that goes through and attaches to this plate on the back, and that kind of helps anchor the acetate temple arm over the titanium core wire. I like the design plus, extra anchoring and bracketing and done to kind of hold frames together. I like it when designers can kind of weave those things together. It just makes for something a little more interesting to look at. And then for those of us who are making lenses for frames, it creates just something new for us to kind of appreciate what the designers have done. And then another new design element with this model, the model 105, that I haven't seen from Masunaga yet, the titanium core wire here. If you can see underneath the acetate, The titanium has a series of sort of geometric shapes, kind of diamond shapes, like overlapping each other. And that's new design work from Masunaga. And it's fascinating how this is made. Anytime you have design work, lots of little detail design that appear to be engravings on the titanium core wire, the way that's done is it's actually done with a heavy, heavy, heavy metal press. And that press has this design work designed into it. So they press it onto the flat piece of titanium that is this temple core wire, and it presses those designs into the titanium. It's very, very heavy, and they press it down, and it creates all that. It embeds that into the core wire here. So this is a new design, and as I said at the start of the video, Masunaga creates all of the components, the hinges, the acetate, the titanium core wires, and those presses that create those unique designs. All of that they create, they design, they build all of it right there at their factory. And so it's just something to really appreciate about a brand like this that has so much control over everything that they're producing. So I really like this piece. This is, we'll talk about the fit of this one a little bit more. The comfortable bridge fit, the temple is sculpted, so it fits really easily over the ears. It's not very thick back here, and it kind of flares out at the tip of the temple there, so it goes on smoothly. Now this is color 23. This is an olive gray color, so it's an olive up here, and then it fades to a translucent gray down here. Temple arms are olive all the way down, so really great color. I mean, how can you go wrong with this color? I think if I were going to pick out one of these frames for myself, I'd probably go with this color right here. Just, you know, nice on the skin, nice complement to the hair. But we have another color if you want something that's a little more striking and a little more perhaps dressy. You have color 19, which is polished black. And one of the things I love about when Masunaga does a black acetate, you look at this frame, it looks black. Like there's no mistaking it for black when you have it on. But if you hold it up to the light, you can almost see it's not just a flat black acetate like you normally see. It almost has some hint of a deep dark gray brown-ish blend. You can see it's not, and if you can see it from kind of the profile view there, I don't know if it'll catch it right in the light, but it's not opaque black. And then when you look at the temple arms on the side, look what they've done here. There's a clear acetate window on the inlay, and then there's more of a flat black on the outer side here. But again, even that is not purely opaque, because if I catch it in the light just right, I can see that titanium core wire and the design work underneath here, just barely. So I love those design details that they do with their acetate colors. I love the double laminate here where you have the clear acetate window on the inlay. It's just a beautiful thing about this color. So this frame, it's a 49 eye size, it's a 20 bridge and a 145 temple length. So it's going to fit a lot of people really well. The bridge fit's going to be pretty comfortable on most people. So really beautiful new design. You got to check out the 105 in both the black and the olive gray. I'll make links available in the box down below if you want to shop this piece at hicksbrunson.com. What do you guys think? You know, do you like this style? Do you like the new design elements with the hex head screw that brackets the hinge to the front? Or do you think that's just, you know, extra fluff that's not needed and you like a more simple design? Let me know. I'm curious what you think. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.